Controlling your blood pressure is very important. That's why healthcare providers monitor blood pressure using different approaches. Recent studies show that blood pressure measurements can vary widely between doctor visits. That suggests that doctors can use a mix of home readings and clinical readings to get a better picture of what's happening with blood pressure. The more information, the better in this case. Doing things the right way is always the best way. And when it comes to home blood pressure monitoring, you need the right equipment, the right technique, and doing it the right number of times. Taking your blood pressure daily is pretty good, but your healthcare team will probably talk to you about a protocol for taking blood pressure at home. What is a protocol? A protocol is a set of directions that will tell you how, when, and how often you should take your blood pressure. Your doctor can make best use of home blood pressure measurements if you follow this routine, the protocol. 2 times in the morning, 2 times at night, for 3 to 7 days. It's very important to record the numbers after each measurement, either by hand or the machine may capture them, so that your doctor and healthcare team can see those numbers and begin to figure out what it means, what they are, and what to do. When you do this for 3 to 7 days, you get a more accurate picture of what your blood pressure looks like. Here's what I recommend to get accurate blood pressure measurement every time you measure your blood pressure at home. Don't exercise, smoke, or consume caffeine within 30 minutes before you are going to measure your blood pressure. Make sure your bladder is empty. Sit quietly for at least 5 minutes with no distractions. Put the arm that you are measuring on a flat surface, such as a table, with the upper arm at heart level. The cuff that you use should be the right size for your body, and your doctor, your healthcare team can determine what's the right size. The bottom of the cuff should be directly above the bend in the elbow against bare skin, not over a sleeve. Sit with your back straight and supported, your feet flat on the floor. Take at least 2 measurements, 1 minute apart in the morning before taking medications or eating breakfast, and again in the evening before supper. And as I said, do this for 3 to 7 days. The average of those numbers, the average of the top numbers and the average of the bottom numbers, is your average blood pressure, and that is the important number that your healthcare team and doctor are going to use to determine whether your blood pressure is controlled or not controlled. As for readings at the doctor's office, if the first blood pressure reading is elevated, you should expect that it will be repeated to be sure that it is elevated. There are lots of reasons why blood pressure is elevated the first time and not the second time. Just the act of walking into the office and getting settled can result in a first elevated blood pressure reading that normalizes when it's repeated. So back to home blood pressure readings. When purchasing a blood pressure machine, it's important to get a validated blood pressure device. Your healthcare team can provide you a list of validated BP devices, BP for blood pressure. Those are the right devices for accuracy and reliability. I recommend monitors with cuffs that fit on your upper arm rather than your wrist because they are more reliable. If you don't have a home blood pressure device, there are organizations in your community where you can get your blood pressure checked, including sit-down monitors that might be available at your neighborhood pharmacy. If you suspect that the monitor you have is not accurate, you can take it to your healthcare provider for calibration and confirmation that it is giving you the right readings. To recap, use a mix of home and clinical readings for the best picture of your blood pressure. And when it comes to home blood pressure monitoring, you need the right equipment, a validated blood pressure device, the right technique as I described it, and the right number of times, the protocol. If you have questions about health conditions, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below, hit subscribe, and join me here next time for Answers You Can Trust.